I did everything I could do to get rid of this double chin, but you know what? It's so funny because I've been so open with my fitness journey, so you guys know your girl's chunky right now. So I don't even know why I was trying to hide it. But not only that, it's really interesting because that's the topic of today's message. How are we looking at life's imperfections? How are we choosing to see the things that are happening to us? Let's get straight into it. So that was one heck of an introduction, and you guys are probably like, Whitney, what are we talking about today? That's a great question. So first of all, we are talking about your perspective. When I was meditating to get prepared for this video, I was asking the divine, what is the message that the collective has to hear? So I did have a part of me that wants to go through and just give a brief message of encouragement to each zodiac sign, but that's going to be later or in a separate video. I haven't made up my mind yet, but I want to talk about this video. First of all, it's witching hour where I'm at. The sun has yet to come up, but it should be coming up very soon, and I'm in my comfy and I'm comfortable, and like I was saying, I was meditating. And as I got on camera, I was like, oh my God, look at my double chin. And I instantly flashed back to a conversation that I had with a gentleman just a few days prior. He was a complete stranger, and I was actually in an Uber going somewhere. And he is a complete stranger, and I had made a joke, and I was like, man, it's so nice outside. Like, I want to lose some weight so I can wear my shorts, you know. And he just spoke life into me, and he reminded me that the most important thing is to be happy. And even though we know this, right? Like, it's always one thing when you know it. But when someone else can pour into you and give you that love and fill your cup up, it's like, wow, like, thank you for that reminder, brother. Like, thank you. And that's what he did. He spoke life into me, and he reminded me that the most important thing is to be happy, regardless of where you are, because you're no different than me. I'm no different from you. We all have seasons in our life where they fluctuate. They go up, they go down. You're not who you were a year ago. You're not going to be who you are now 2 years from now. And that's a good thing. Change is good. Do you see it like that? Or do you see it as crisis? Do you see it as panic? Do you see it as, what did I do wrong? So I could sit here and blame myself for gaining all this weight, but in truth, I was depressed and I didn't take care of myself, and I own it, but I don't blame myself. I'm empowered by it because I can encourage myself and hopefully encourage others to take care of themselves and live a healthy, beautiful lifestyle. But that took a process of me to think and feel like that. I was blaming myself at first. I was insecure at first. I had to let that go. And so today, the topic for the collective is about how are you looking at things. Spirit really wants to challenge the negativity in your life. They're telling you to look and say, is this something that I created? Is this something that I've accepted because of a lack of boundaries or self-esteem? You know, is this crisis in my life really a crisis, or is this a learning lesson? Is this a stepping stone to get where I want to be? It's all about restructuring things, because when you can restructure things to a positive place, you put yourself in this energetic vortex that allows you to become that manifesting magnet that you want to be. I'm telling you, the moment that I started loving me and I started putting me first, and I said, you know what? If someone knew my story, they wouldn't judge me. And if they judged me, that shows more about them than it says about me and my weight. Like, the moment I let go of all the expectations of what I should be, am not, am whatever, all the external noise, I let that go. And I looked into me. And when I looked into me, I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm going to fix what I deem as something that is fixable. So I chose to be a victorious person instead of a victim. And that's also why it's tatted on my arm, but that's another story. And I want you today to be that victorious person in your story and not a victim of life, of people, of anything, of energy, even the energy that's not yours. So I'm going to grab some chapstick. I'm going to sage these cards. And you guys know how I like to flow. So before we even hop into the cards, because that's not really like my lane, I use cards for sure, but I'm more of a psychic medium directly. So because I use tobacco during my readings, I'm going to show you guys just like a little screenshot where I'm auto voicing over top of it, and we're going to bring the message in directly from Spirit. And then as we talk about it, we may or may not pull cards depending on what Spirit wants to do. So I invite you guys to have an open mind and open heart. Before we hop into the video, I do want you guys to know it will be timestamped. Again, I am making horoscope videos for the week of what each sign needs to know. So pay attention for that. It might be at the end of this video. And again, have an open mind, have an open heart. If you guys want to connect with me one-on-one, you can book your experience, and that's linked at my website below. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in just a second. Okay guys, Whitney here. So as you guys know, as I just told you, I use tobacco, and we cannot use tobacco on YouTube. So I just went ahead and put my screenshot of some beautiful fixed intention candles that I made, but let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say to the collective, okay? So now, Divine Spirit, Mother, Father, I ask you to step forward for the collective's highest and greatest good. I'm thankful that everybody that watches this video, everybody that hears this video, you are speaking to their souls, you are speaking through me, and that I'm simply a vessel. I'm thankful that the information that comes through is accurate, it's divine, and it's what the people need to hear. So Spirit, what do you want to share today? Now let's see, guys. Wow, okay. So the first vision that comes through is pregnancy. It's not necessarily referencing that some of you guys are pregnant, which you might be, but this isn't that. The message that they're bringing through is, imagine a woman being pregnant. As uncomfortable as it is, there's beauty, there's purpose, there's literally life forming in her womb, in her body. And so this could be a process that one may want to rush, and this isn't true for everyone, but this is the message that some may want to rush, and Spirit is saying, as uncomfortable as you are, as uncomfortable as you were, that life is such a gift, and at times uncomfortability is necessary for your growth. Now let's keep going. Spirit, show me more. What else do you want to share with the people? Wow, okay. The next message that's coming through is that some of you guys are blocking your own growth. Some of you guys are choosing to stay in situations that you know are toxic, that you know will not produce fruit, that you know no longer align with who you are and what you stand for. But the idea of detaching from that toxicity scares you, because there's a part of you that sees that toxic as safe. There's a part of you that sees that toxic as familiar. There's a part of you that says, I grew up in chaos, and so if I don't have a sense of chaos, whether unconsciously or consciously, I get uncomfortable. And so there has to be some type of disruption in your life in order for you to feel fulfilled. And Spirit is saying, stop standing in your own way. There's so many things and so many people and so many reasons that you could use it as an excuse of why you're not where you want to be. But ultimately, there's a group of you that need to look at yourself and saying, why am I holding on? Why am I holding on to guilt? Why am I holding on to shame? Why am I holding on to this partner that doesn't treat me the way that I treat them, the way that I know I deserve to be treated? Why do I hold on to this job? Why do I hold on to my fear of money? Is it generational? Were you taught that? Why do you hold on to that lover? Again, did you see your mom do it? Did you not have it? So now you just hold on to whoever's there. There's so many things, but Spirit is saying, look at you, look in the mirror. This isn't a blame game. They don't want you to look at yourself and blame yourself. They want you to look at yourself so you can see yourself the same way that they see you. You are so perfect. You are so beautiful. You are so well created that even your flaws are beautiful because they're fixable, they're healing, there's potential, there's growth that all can be had. And so do you see how one could feel like, you know what, maybe I am stuck. Maybe I am my problem. No. It's just a learning lesson. It's a realization that there is godly energy in you. You are a God in your own right, and therefore you can create and you can be and you can manifest and you can intend on being a completely different person with a different energy, with different values, aka different outcomes. Oh man, we're just getting started. So let's keep going. Now, Divine Spirit, what else do you want to say to these beautiful people? What else do you have to say? Now, 1 second, guys. I just handling the tobacco. Now, let's see. Okay, wow. Okay, so it's interesting because Spirit is talking about groups here. So each time I'm seeing a new vision, I feel like there's another group of you guys. So just bear with me 1 second. Okay, wow. So this is beautiful. And this is actually where Spirit wanted me to close, and then we'll start talking again. Spirit is saying that some of you guys are undergoing some of the hardest things in your life right now. Like, if it's not one thing, it's another. And there's situations that are happening around you that are causing you to purge naturally, where you're losing people, you're losing opportunities, and it's not necessarily a loss. So everything you lose isn't a loss. And Spirit is saying this removal, this purge, this uncomfortability is happening because you are undergoing a spiritual, energetic transformation. You have to understand, again, just like I said, everything you lose isn't a loss. And so if there's an opportunity, a person, a place, a thing that you feel like you lost, I would choose to look at it differently. Again, the message today is all about perspective. Spirit is saying if you're going through something right now that feels like it's an internal part of you that you're losing yourself, look at it as a rebirth. Look at yourself as the phoenix that rises from the ashes. Look at yourself as the diamond that first had to go through the fire. That's you. That's who you are. You are not down. You are not out. And if anything, if you feel like you're at the bottom, that's okay, because the next and the only place you can go is up. And so now let's get back. I'm going to jump back on screen and we're going to talk about this. All right, guys, I'm back. That was beautiful. That was so beautiful. So I'm getting a sense that, and don't get me wrong, I feel like there's like, it feels manageable right now, but it doesn't always feel that way with you guys. And so I just want to come and let's talk about it and see what else Spirit has to say. I actually am going to pull the cards because I want to elaborate on this message. As much as I feel like the message is cut and it's clear and it's like, hey, change the way you think. That's something we know, but that's not always easy. You know, when you're in it, it's not always easy to just be happy and to be go lucky. That's not always realistic. For some people, like for me, I'm a natural optimist. Jupiter is in my first house. Like I'm like woohoo all the time. But some people aren't like that, and it may take you some time to get there. And as I said that, Spirit wants me to pause really quick, and they want to talk to me. I was just saging the cards, but they want to say something. So 1 second. Okay. Wow. Okay, so Spirit is saying that the same way that we were taught how to count, the same way we were taught how to manage money or not manage money, the same way we were taught about credit or not, like the same ways that we were taught these everyday skills, we just have to be taught how to work our energy and spirit. And so Spirit is saying, don't be discouraged. They're going to teach you how to speak. They're going to teach you how to think. They're going to show you the way. So you know how to do it properly. So you know that, oh, I'm in this funk, I'm in this place, I know how to do this. So let's see what they got for us, okay? Again, I sage these cards. Now, Divine Spirit, Mother, Father, we're talking about perspective today. The beauty of perspective and seeing the life in a beautiful, harmonious, connected way that things are working for us and never against us. And as we say that, Spirit, and as we're standing in agreement that we are favored, we are blessed, we are abundant, we are godly, we are beautiful creations. We were made by the divine creator, and therefore we are so blessed. And so, Spirit, what message do you have for us today in regards to our perspective? I'm so excited, guys. I just feel good vibes from this. Gotta tell y'all the truth. I feel really great vibes from this. Now let's see. Okay, so first of all, I'm liking how we start. The first card we have is the Hermit. This is really great because a lot of people think, oh, the Hermit means you're spending time alone, but in reality, the Hermit represents looking deep into yourself. You see him, like, Spirit is all about symbolism. Really look at the card. He's by himself. Look at the coloring. He has his staff, which is yellow, the light, which is yellow, aka Spirit. He's in gray, but he's still covered. And he's still searching. He's not giving up. He's standing. He's looking. He's observing. He's quiet. He's still. And so Spirit is saying, again, we're going to give you the answers. We're going to guide you. We're going to take you where you need to go. And at the base of the reading of the deck was the Knight of Swords. And you guys know there's a messenger coming in. So let's keep bringing this message through if this ain't confirmation, y'all. So now, Divine Spirit, what is the message that you want to share with the people about perspective? All right, they're ready now. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I like this. Okay. And then Spirit, one more card. You're giving me a sense of one more card, one more card, one more card. Okay. I like this. I like this. So I do want to tell you guys, so you guys can't see the cards, but I'll show them to you one by one. But I want to tell you what's here. So we have the Nine of Wands. I was counting them, y'all. We got the Nine of Wands reversed. We have the Strength card upright. We have Temperance reversed. And we have the King of Cups. Now, the first thing that I'm thinking about, especially as the cards are laid out in front of me, it's that there's two messages that are coming through. Sometimes it feels like when you're down and when you're out, it's like, that's it. Like once you get to that place, like you try not to go to that dark place because you know when you're in that dark place, getting out of it is tough. And so Spirit is saying that there's a group of you guys that feel like that they're talking to, but another people who work so hard. And I mean, baby, like you are working, and yet it feels like the things that you do sometimes are in vain. It feels like I sacrifice this, I give this, I work for this, and I don't feel it. I don't see the love. I don't feel the love. I've put my heart into this relationship. They're not giving me what I want back. I work 20 hours a week. Is that normal? I'm trying to think. How many hours do people work anymore? I don't know. I haven't had a normal job in so long. But you guys get what I mean. I think it's a 40-hour work week. Excuse the ignorance. That's the feeling of freedom right there. Me not knowing how many hours people work in a week. But whatever is the max, I think it's 40. Ignore that. But let's say in a week you work overtime, and you're getting the money, but all your money's going to bills and you don't get to live life. So there's a group of you who guys are so low that it's a struggle to get out of. And then there's a group of you guys who push through that, who push through those low marks, and there's a feeling of exhaustion because you're like, I should have more, I should be in a different place, we should be in a different place, this energy should feel different. And the one thing that's coming through is that, listen, this is why I love the tarot in its own special way, because of the symbolism. Look at this Strength card. Not only it's the number 8, and again that represents the infinity above her head, but look at her, she's moving gently. The lion could very well attack her. I actually watched a video. I'm into like History Channel and stuff, like on my free time. But I watched a video of lions because I was trying to go deeper into the zodiac and really observe each animal and symbol of the sign and their element. And as I watched a lion, a Leo, because I'm a Leo, attack somebody, I was like, whoa, like it was real. And so the lion very well could go get her ass right now. But they also understand love. Love is universal. And she approaches him with love. Are you approaching yourself with love? Are you approaching this demon, this aggressor, this trauma, this attack, this fear, this everything? Are you approaching it with love? Or are you approaching it, are you running away? Are you fighting it? What are you doing? Because you were never meant to just work and survive. It was never about that. You were always supposed to live. You were always supposed to be abundant. You were always supposed to be happy and free and thriving. You were always supposed to be that. And somewhere along the line, you started believing and giving into the things that you were either accepting from someone, what someone was saying to you, how they made you feel, the way they acted, what you didn't get at work, your salary. Like, you accepted something that you didn't. And so now you have to go back and you have to say to yourself, okay, what do I want? What are my boundaries? What is my no compromising zone? Because you were never supposed to struggle. It was never supposed to be hard. Life is supposed to flow. And somewhere, because it was reversed, you became imbalanced. You started to believe that you had to fight, when really all you ever had to do was love. And not necessarily love anyone else, but love yourself. And so all you have to do is realize who you are, that energy you carry, that love, that patience, that bravery, that strength. Literally strength. You have to remember that you have it in you. And this energy, this feeling of being imbalanced, this feeling of being overwhelmed, this feeling of not being enough or not having enough, of something is too much, whatever that lion is, whatever that thing is in your life, it can be turned around. This is up to you. Spirit wants you to call on them. They want you to come to them. They want you to remember that you don't have to look for external things. The answers are inside of you. Have you been trusting your intuition? Have you been trusting the visions that you're getting? Have you been trusting the things that you're hearing and that you're feeling? And if you haven't learned how to decipher that, that's where one-on-ones like with me and other real psychics come in. No disrespect to anybody else. Ever. All love, always. But I want you to get real answers from people who really want to help, especially until you learn how to fine-tune that intuition. But I'll tell you right here and right now that your intuition is like a muscle. The more that you feed it, the more that you strengthen it, the more that you use it, the stronger it will get. And therefore, the things that you feel, you'll just know. It won't be a question of, is this right? No, that can't be right. You will know. You will know. And that starts with accepting where you are, understanding that you played a part. No, certain things didn't need or should have happened, but they did. And now you're overcoming that and you're going to be better for it. And you're speaking your affirmations and you're exuding love because you are love and therefore you're receiving love. You love people and therefore people love you. You pray and you set intention and therefore you get what you ask for. You believe and you release fear, doubt, trauma, disbelief, and you receive faith, love, protection, abundance. This is all an easy switch. And so today, this message is about me helping you flip that switch, change the script, be that God or goddess that you want to be. It's at your fingertips. At any moment you can change. I do want to say something before I close out this video. I notice a lot that sometimes people's manifestations are slow or they don't come to pass. And it's often because of how you're speaking. There was a gentleman I saw on Facebook. He was saying affirmations. And I understood his intention, right? So this is no disrespect to this gentleman. 1 second, I have to wet my mouth. There's no disrespect to this gentleman, but he was not taught properly. When he was saying intention, he didn't say it as if it was already his. I'm going to give you an example. So when you want money, you don't say, God, I need this bill paid. God, please, please come through. That's not how you do it. It's not how you do it. You don't even say, Divine Spirit, I want $250. I want a car. That's not how you do it either. The way you speak your manifestations are so important. This is something you'll learn in my elemental magic course. Again, if you guys do want to take your gifts to another level, I highly recommend you join my online academy of modern magic and manifestation. There you'll learn candle magic, you'll learn about conjure oils, you'll learn about elemental magic, we'll touch on tarot and astrology, natural, spiritual, real magic, all of the stuff that I was taught from my family growing up. But I'm saying all this to say that there are things that you can do and say with power that can really increase your manifestation, that can amp up your things. Let me give you an example. So God, I want $250. Divine Spirit, Mother, Father, I'm so thankful for the $250 that is in my bank account. I'm so thankful that I am able to pay all of my bills with ease. Divine Spirit, I'm so thankful that I find my next home with love and that I enter it with love and I leave my place with love, and I'm thankful that my new home is easily affordable. I'm so thankful that I'm easily and effortlessly able to keep myself secure in all of my responsibilities. I'm so thankful for responsibilities because that shows me I'm so blessed. You have to come from a place of gratitude. You gotta come from a place of gratitude. And that takes me back to the beginning of the video when the guy told me, you have to be happy. Being happy is the most important thing. You gotta be happy. And when you're happy, these things, these traumas, this fear, these doubts, these insecurities, you're able to approach them with love, just like the divine was telling you. And so I want you to explore the areas of your life where you're overwhelmed, you're overworked, you're misunderstood, where you're putting in more effort than your other person. I want you to explore the areas of your life that are off balance, that are not connected to source. I want you to think about where you're spending your time, your energy, your effort, what you're giving your attention to. I want you to really, really focus on you, baby. You're so worth it. And I hope you really appreciated this message. I hope that it spoke to your soul. I am coming out with affirmations where we're going to be able to walk through them together, okay? Where I'll create a list, a playlist, an audible of us walking through things together, because this isn't just blessing you, it's blessing me, and we're blessing each other by connecting. And the more we flow in this frequency, I share my happiness with you. You'll fill your cup and share your happiness with someone else. And we just keep lighting that flame. We are all sisters and brothers, and however you choose to identify, we're all in union. We all are in love. We all need to be there for each other. Each one, teach one. And so I invite you to meditate. I invite you to love on yourself, speak to yourself, start with gratitude, and then feel it like you already have it. Divine Spirit, I'm so thankful for that $250 that's in my bank account. When you're saying it, visualize your bank account with the number $250, and then go deeper. Envision yourself going to the ATM and pulling out that money, or swiping that card. Envision yourself seeing your bills say paid in full. Envision all of that. It is so amazing. You guys are so amazing. I love you guys so much.